Hello everybody, my name is Jimmy Mitchell and this is the first video in my 3-video set for the C.A.R.S. video outline, the Content Area Reading Strategies. In this first video, I'm going to talk about the Venn diagram which I used in my lesson. The Venn diagram's author was John Venn. He created this back in the 1800s, but back then I don't think that he intended to use it as a content area reading strategy, if even such a thing was conceived back then. Would probably argue that it was not. Nevertheless, I used it in my lesson. I feel like it's a good way for students to, especially visual learners, see how two different entities have things that are different and things that are in common, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyways, a Venn diagram, for those who are unfamiliar, is where two circles are drawn representing two different entities or two different things, and in the middle where these circles converge is a little oval. Now, if you use a Venn diagram correctly, the little oval, is used to represent what these two different entities have in common. So, for example, if you wanted to use make a Venn diagram of peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter being one circle, jelly being the other, while both of those things have really nothing in common except for they make a really good sandwich, the really good sandwich would go in the small oval, while the peanut butter being made of peanuts would go in its respective circle, and jelly being made of fruit would go in its respective circle. The purpose of the Venn diagram is to visually aid students in putting various aspects of the two entities into their circle and the aspects they share into the third circle, as with the peanut butter and jelly example. This strategy helps students who are visual learners see the differences and the similarities of two things that are related or unrelated, depending what you are making the Venn diagram of. I mentioned that I use this in my lesson plan. For example, students in my lesson are learning about the judicial branch of government. And 9th grade civics is kind of difficult to teach because there's so much involved in government. And quite frankly, our government system, it's complicated. And me not being an experienced lawyer or anything of the sort, it's hard to teach about. But given the overview of the judicial branches, the different court systems, what the students in my lesson plan did was they made a Venn diagram and they put the trial court in one circle and the appellate court in the other, or the Court of Appeals. Now, when they do this, they have various aspects of the judicial branch, or just trials in general, that the teacher will write on the board. And the students will use those prompts that are written on the board to put in their respective circles. And this is a good way for students to be able to, especially for visual learners, visually see what trial courts do, what appellate courts do, or what a Court of Appeals does, as well as what they can both do. And that would go in that middle circle. And that's the first installment of my Content Area Reading Strategies video. This is Jimmy Mitchell. Thank you so much.